What are the zip lines here? It's really interesting because a lot of people look at that and they go, what is this? Is this camp? And these zip lines are a little bit different than just some activity we use. I came out here and tried this one time and I was so scared to jump off this. I actually froze walking up there. And I had a patient come by and he looked at me and he goes, Adam, I understand what you're going through. You're scared to do this, but this is just something to conquer your fear and try something you've never done before. And that's kind of like recovery, right? Is stepping out and doing something we've never done that we didn't think was possible. I had such a connection with that guy, and that's what I found out here is just deep connection, right? We're missing that. We come in here, we isolate, we find connection, we find love, compassion here. I jumped off this zip line with a small group of people and a clinician, and at the very end we're high-fiving, we're celebrating. I couldn't believe I did that. I felt amazing. It was just a wonderful experience.
Everybody knows that feeling of insatiable anxiety and just like the need to feel like you want to get out of somewhere, right? And just to those feelings, right? But the thing about it is everybody feels those feelings. It's just about reframing that in that moment, right? Which is what Texas Recovery Center is here to teach you how to do, right? Because you're going to get out there and you're going to have experience like anxiety and those things. But as far as being the alumni coordinator, when I get groups out there, that's as close to a relapse as I can get them feeling those emotions, right? That crazy anxiety, right? And that wanting to run or that courage, right? Not having the ability to say no or the ability to say yes to something good, right? So that's kind of what it's about, I guess. It's the closest thing I can get you to a relapse and walk you through it, right? Like, slow down.
I got to do it as a client and got to facilitate when I was a Zipline facilitator. I'll tell you this, right, is that there's something that we call the challenge, right? And at the end of the Zipline, it takes you from the last tower down to the ground. You can connect yourself back up to it. Clients will connect themselves back up to it and pull themselves back to where they came from that last tower. So you're going from ground back up, probably 200 yards, right? So what we'll do is, I mean, it's a hard task. You're doing hand over hand. It's a lot of upper body strength. But we'll send somebody out there as your addictive voice, basically. And that addictive voice, that other client is saying, you can't do this, you're not capable of doing this, and just feeding you all these negative words to hopefully get you to quit. And just as that person's about to quit, we'll send the rest of the group out there to encourage, try to be that. Basically, it's supposed to look like what your recovery community is going to look like for you. And that sense of completely flipping it on its head and understanding it's not me that has to do this alone, but it's us that is we're doing this together. You know, we're not asking anybody to reinvent the wheel. We just need you to rely on somebody else, because we're not as somebody that's in recovery, right? I'm not capable of doing this on my own. I have to rely on the people that have done this before me in order for me to be successful. I have to reach out for help constantly. I'm 8 years sober. I still reach out for help today, right? So that's probably the coolest thing, right? You get those people that are so close to giving up because every ounce of their being is telling themselves that they can't, and you get that community of support to go out there and say, no, you can, and watch them finish out that challenge. It's amazing.